In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, dear friends and fellows, we, many of the people are of the view, most of the people are of the view that their lives are difficult and not easy at all, not comfortable and not simple at all. So, for that reason, that they are unable to enjoy their life, unable to become a happy human being. That is what most of the people are of the view. As far these people are concerned, I have seen, I used to be one of them. Maybe I need to come out of that. And for that purpose, I'm talking like that. I think that we need to, there is a kind of sword hanging upon our head for all the time. This should not happen. Lest this happen, this should not happen. An unpleasant or a difficult situation should not arise at all. I should be living an easy and a comfortable life. So I don't need to put myself into the difficulties at all. Don't want to put myself in the difficulties at all. I rather want to steer clear of all these things. That is something what overwhelming majority of the people here in our society and maybe elsewhere they are of the view. Particularly in a society like that of ours, where is where there is no where the justice system of the country is one of the poorest in the world. Here the people are seen afraid. Overwhelming majority of the people are quite afraid of, the difficult things, the unpleasant things. And we want to enjoy the easy, the comfortable, the enjoyable, the pleasurable items. We want all those items and things to keep happening with us in our life. It is absolutely wrong. I shall rather say, as a matter of fact, it is absurd. It is not going to happen. No one else can steer clear of the difficulties, of the difficult life. Each and everyone else have to face it. Each and everyone else have to face it, my dear friends. If at all we cannot, we might be minusing, we might have minused one or two or few of the unpleasant situations out of our life. We might have avoided, deluded, we might have avoided certain difficult tasks, but as a matter of fact, we have paid the price for that. What sort of price we do have to pay if at all we don't want to, face the unpleasant situations, if at all we don't want to do the difficult things and the tasks, we do have to pay the price, and the price has to be paid by, you know, by missing certain opportunities, certain honors, which we should have, which we could have been able to gain, attain, achieve, but we fail to do that. Why? As a price for this, avoiding the difficult items, avoiding the unpleasant situations. We usually think that I am too weak. I'm quite a weak person, and for that reason, I cannot do that. As a matter of fact, we are not weak at all. How strong we are or how weak we ourselves have to determine it. We ourselves have to mark it. How strong I am or how weak I am. No one else but we ourselves are going to decide. Why? Because it is the brain and the mind, not obviously the physical power. People are seen using their mind. As for the use of the mind is concerned, I think that we can learn from other. We can seek the advice of the other people. Plus, at least, we should be ready for one thing, and this one thing is that I am happily facing the bore items, the items which other people don't enjoy, the items which are considered as unpleasant by the other people. So I don't have to run away from these unpleasant and the boring items. Because why? Because I want to succeed, because I want to live well here in this world, because I don't want to keep myself in the fear of this and the fear of that. It is actually the fear factor which is seen hanging over us like a sword. The fear factor. This might happen, that might happen. I think that we need to throw away all of these fears. We need to throw away and let's be a brave person. Let's get ready to face the difficult thing and to get ready to face the unpleasant thing. I'm not suggesting that we should be taking 100 times difficult item than we can bear. That is not something what I am suggesting at all. Otherwise, there is nothing such a thing which is 100 times more difficult as compared to our capacity. We have got a lot of capacity, and actually we are a very strong human being. We ourselves are making us as a coward person, as a foolish person, as a weak person, as a fragile person, as a person who cannot handle and manage the things which are boring and which are unpleasant. My dear friends, let's throw away all of those things, because this thing is extremely important, because our life depends upon it. Because unless and until we are not ready to face the unpleasant things, unless and until we are ready to face the boring items, we shall not be able to succeed at all. Let me tell you with enough amount of confidence, rather with an absolute confidence, that if at all we want to succeed and live here well in this world, we should be ready to face the boring items, we should be ready to face the unpleasant items. And that is how the life it is. And that is definitely inshallah going to make us a successful and a happy person.